Buona vista, si parliamo italiano, discovered by John Cabot, the Italian explorer. After the Nordic explorers, of course. We begin by settling into Lockston Path Provincial Park, a centrally located retreat nestled among spruce and birch. Its proximity to key destinations makes it the perfect base camp for our exploration. The Norse may have arrived centuries earlier, but unlike their European ancestors, they didn't put down roots. And who could blame them? The coastline here is wild and unforgiving, a jagged barricade of rock and sea. When John Cabot arrived in 1497 under British commission, he is reputed to have exclaimed in Italian, "Cape Bonavista! What a beautiful sight!" One wonders if that was gratitude for seeing any land at all after weeks at sea, or if he truly glimpsed the dramatic harbor tucked behind sheer, inaccessible cliffs. Either way, the name stuck, Bonavista. Today, the Cape Bonavista Lighthouse Provincial Historic Site still watches over these treacherous waters. Its red and white tower stands defiant against the Atlantic winds, guiding ships and welcoming visitors with stories of keepers past.
1843 it was built. Over here we have the counterweight. The counterweight connects by a rope to the light mechanism. It works like a large clock, basically. You have to wind it up every 2 hours a
Where
day.
is it?
Oh, right there, that big iron brick.
Oh.
It's 200 pounds.
Oh,
Gee.
It's how the light turns.
Wow. They have to go.
This was the Gothic era. That's where the Goths in the 70s got the idea from.
Oh.
That's why the fashion style of wearing all black was called goth, because it comes from the Gothic era where black was also.
uniquely, the living quarters wrap around the base of the tower itself, and the light mechanism, mounted on the third floor, is wound like a grandfather clock. The ballast weights descend beside the stove in the keeper's quarters, a charming overlap of domestic life and maritime duty.
Yes, wow is right.
And here's the handle. You have to hook it onto this and do that ballast then.
Oh yeah, right, so that's the rope. It goes down there to the
Ballast in the
is it
kitchen.
the parlor or the kitchen? The kitchen.
They didn't even have to climb a zillion steps to get up here.
Right. Yeah, these lights are really amazing.
Just inland, the port of Bonavista offers a rich tapestry of restored homes, museums, and churches. You could easily spend several days here immersed in 500 years of history.
Were you visited by the Queen?
If I'm dreaming now, or somebody said that she was here before she was actually the queen, like when she was a princess. That she I don't know if that's true or not. So I can't remember who said it. Somebody said it
I
recently.
know she traveled a lot
Yeah,
before.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
One standout is the full-scale reconstruction of Cabot's ship, the Matthew, a seaworthy replica that anchors the town's narrative of discovery. The main museum tells the tale through the eyes of a young stowaway, and walking the decks with knowledgeable guides brings the age of exploration vividly to life.
18 months to finish. It was finished in late 98. The boat was 92 feet high, 18 feet wide, and from the top of the crow's nest to the bottom of the keel is 76.5 feet. The first 5 years that this boat was built, the boat was out in the water. So from 1998 to 2003, this boat was out in the water tied to our wharf. In 2003, this building was finished, so they would bring her in for the winter and bring her back in for the summer for another 7 years. Once they brought her in to 2010, they kept her. This was a lot of damage done by the time of the ship. So she's been inside for the last Captain, first head in, and here, this is when the first mate.
First mate? Okay.
And this spec here is the carpenter.
The carpet. And how many sailors?
20.
20.
So this here would have been their daddy. This is where they would have ate. So they were flying down, and there was only enough room for 4 or 5 of them down there at the same time. So
The mag.
this was used to raise on the sorry. This was used to steer the ship on a stormy day. So about 5 or 6 men would hold on to it on a rough day. Depending on how rough it was, sometimes they would even have to tie themselves to it. Now, none of Cabot's crew would have had to do this because they were only on the ship for about 30 days and they never encountered any storms. So most of the time for Cabot, someone would have been up on the deck, on the top of the poop deck, using the whip staff. The whip staff was an extension of the tiller stick that made it easier for them to steer, but it wasn't as safe, so they didn't use it on stormy days.
Sewn right into the canvas.
The town itself is a treasure of heritage. The Bonavista Museum, Mock Beggar Plantation, and Ryan Premises each offer unique windows into the region's past. During summer, Bonavista hums with concerts and festivals. We stumbled upon a delightful pre-concert concert at a museum, a serendipitous taste of local talent.
We have Nathan, Kate, and Nancy. And we're going to do a small preview for you tonight, or this afternoon, for what we're doing tonight at the Garrick Theater at 8 p.m., which is sponsored by Bonavista Living, on accordion with the wonderful Andrea Lott.
Dining here is equally memorable. Mifflin's Tea Room charmed us so thoroughly we returned for a second helping.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down.
And for those who prefer to cook their own catch, the Foggy Shoals Fish Company is a rare gem, offering fish caught that very day, perfect for a campsite feast. I got to thinking about these great Italian explorers. Cristoforo Colombo, commissioned by Spain, landed in the East Indies in 1492, and we know that Central America predominantly speaks Spanish. Giovanni Cabot, contracted by Britain, landed in Newfoundland in 1497, and we know that North America predominantly speaks English. Amerigo Vespucci, funded by Portugal, landed in Brazil in 1499. That country speaks Portuguese. What if these explorers were funded by Italy? Colombo might have claimed the Caribbean for Venice or Genoa, with islanders sipping granita and dancing to mandolin tunes. Cabot could have established Italian fishing outposts in Newfoundland, where cod was served with polenta, and the lighthouses were painted in Tuscan hues. Vespucci might have named Brazil Nova Firenze, and the Amazon would be known for its vino tropicale. Imagine a world where the boot-shaped peninsula took the helm of global exploration, where espresso replaced tea, piazzas outnumbered plazas, and every coastline echoed with benvenuti. This observation draws a clever line between funding and linguistic legacy. The explorers were Italian by birth, but their voyages were shaped by the ambitions of Spain, Britain, and Portugal, each leaving behind not just flags, but languages. If Italy had unified earlier and possessed the naval might and imperial appetite of its neighbors, the linguistic map of the Americas might look different. Potremmo parlare. Tutti Italiano. We could all be speaking Italian. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.